Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, Four Nerds by Nerds, hanging out with,
Nerdarchy Ted.
and welcome to another edition of Don't Use a Troll, Use This Monster Instead. I want to start this video by thanking our sponsor, One Bookshelf. You may be familiar with them from places like the DM's Guild, Drive Through RPG, and many other places as well. Well, you can find a link down in the description below, as well as a promo code for a one-time use on any of the One Bookshelf sites. We're going to put a link right to the DM's Guild, since most of you guys are here for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, as well as that promo code for 10% off any order above $10. It's a one-time promo code, so make it count.
All right, so today we're going to do another edition of Don't Use This, Use That. And one of the favorite requests that we've gotten is trolls. You see trolls everywhere. They're a big threat.
Especially on the internet.
Especially on the internet. They're a big threat because of their regeneration. They hit hard and they keep coming. But has it been used too much?
That is for you guys to decide. But we do have some alternatives, just in case you feel it has been, and you want to use something different. First, we got to break down what is a troll, what makes a troll appealing to use.
All right, so it's a challenge 5. It's a large giant, armor class 15, 84 hit points. For this, the important things: 18 strength, 20 constitution. So you don't want to try and make those saves. It's got keen smell. It's got advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on scent. It's got a +2 to perception. If it starts its turn damaged, it restores 10 hit points as long as it hasn't taken fire or acid damage last round. It's got the ability to make 3 attacks, 1 bite, 2 claws. Claws do 2d6 plus 4. Bite does 1d6 plus 4. So lot of attacks, a lot of damage going out there.
Yeah, your troll monster is your basic brute, your typical brute monster. Except for the thing with the troll, their shtick is they're hard to put down and they keep coming back. And if you run into them as a player and you don't actually know how to defeat a troll, it's going to be a nightmare.
It can be difficult. I, in my early days, had many problems dealing with trolls, and it's pretty much prompted me to be aware that any character that I make, do I have access to do fire in some way, shape, or form? Be it flint and steel to strike a torch, something. I don't know.
Got to worry about it. So, when we're looking to replace a monster like the troll, we look at CR first and go, okay, what are some monsters that match up CR-wise, and what are some monsters that can actually match up thematically and fill the role? In this case, it's pretty easy. We're talking about your bruiser, your brute, your enforcer monster. Whether it's working for somebody else or working for themselves.
You got to find something that's going to be able to take damage and dish it out.
So I'm actually going to go into the Volo's Guide to Monsters, and I'm going to check out the Bandar. It's also large monstrosity, neutral evil. Armor class and hit points, it matches up exactly with the troll. But when you're talking about strength and con, it's got 20s. It's a tough monster. It has a good athletic score, good stealth score. It's got condition immunities, charmed and frightened, superior dark vision. And now this is where it gets kind of interesting. These monsters kind of live and dwell in the darkness. And, they have shadow stealth. So as a bonus action, as long as they're in darkness or shadow, they can make a stealth check to hide. They have some kind of resonant connection. If they own anything that you possessed, they can now find you up to a mile away. They can hunt you. They know which direction to go.
That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, so that makes this monster really scary and, a great tracker. They get a bunch of abilities as well. Their main thing is their bite attack, and if they bite you, you're grappled. If you don't get away and they bite you again, they can swallow you, up to a medium-sized creature.
That's pretty harsh.
And here's the really crazy part is you're taking necrotic damage while you're in their stomach. Not good. They also have a tongue attack, so they've reached 15 feet away. They can use that to pull you in. If they get you close enough as a bonus action, that's a bite. Again, they can try and grapple you. And that lick, that is a necrotic lick. That lick does 3d6 of necrotic damage.
That's not good, dude.
They're just doing necrotic damage all over the place. They bite hard at 5 die 6 +5. Now, overall, these guys do not do as much damage as a troll, but they got nifty abilities, and they also have Shadow Step. So either before or after they attack, as a bonus action, they can teleport as long as they're darkness.
And if there's darkness, they can hide as a bonus action as well. So like there's definite ways for them to be a little bit more ambushy rather than the straight up fight. But they definitely step in. They definitely have the ability to deal out damage. They might not be able to take as much as a troll overall because the troll's going to regenerate potentially, but with the ability to teleport and move away or hide, they can mitigate attacks that might be coming in. So I definitely feel that fits the role, or fits the equal challenge. Now, how would you use these guys different than, or how would you use these guys and to make them better than just using a troll?
All right, so one is these guys are going to hit and run is one of the things that they're good at. Two, while they may not be able to take the punishment that the troll can, they're more likely to get away and be a reoccurring bad guy. Three, they're actually birthed by hags, and the hags created a ritual to create these guys. So, there's a potential that more than likely they're actually working for somebody else, and these guys have been sent to track you down for whatever reason. So, these are a great monster for the party has pissed somebody off. So they send one of these things. Or the party is close to an NPC and they're protecting them, or they would protect them. So this thing shows up. So it's actually a really good story hook. Like when this frog monster comes out of the darkness to eat you, try and eat you or one of your buddies, you're going to know how that happened and why that happened. And one of the things you'd want to do is put a possession of either one of the players or this NPC on them. So they go, whoa, wait a minute. I know that's mine. How did he get it? Why does he have it? And what is the significance? And
Right.
can these people make more of them? Are they going to keep sending these things after you until they accomplish their goal? So I feel like, not only is it just a great monster to throw out there and mess with your party, it's a great monster to create adventure hooks and more stories down the road.
So with your NPC that's in the party, it's got the ability to bring him out of cover as it attacks you with the tongue to pull it in close. So that can remove that. You got a party member that's absent. It ambushes, takes consumes the character, and then it becomes a chase for the night. So you got to go after this guy, and okay, once you finally rescued him, okay, well he's barely alive. Can you restore him? So you've got all these things that can be done. Many more, as you said, hooks that can be used as opposed to just a stand up. Well, this is a bruiser fight.
Yeah, so again, I think this is a good replacement troll. What do you got for me?
All right, now this is tip of the hat to our friend Mark, who loves the Werebear. Now,
Are you saying he's a furry?
no, he just likes lycanthropes.
Oh, okay.
And bears being the strongest in the editions, that's where he's typically gone when we deal with lycanthropes. Now, the Werebear is a medium humanoid, so he's smaller than your troll or your Bandar hob. Got a lower armor class, but he's got 135 hit points. He's got 10 in humanoid form, 11 natural armor in bear form or hybrid form. Has decent stats, 19 strength, 17 constitution in relation to the trolls 18 and 20. He's more intelligent, more wise. He has the same keen smell that the troll has, but his perception is a +7 as opposed to a +2. So he's going to be aware of you before you're going to be aware of him. If he's got the scent going on. He's got multi-attack. So if he's in bear form, you get 2 claw attacks, 2 die 8 +4. Definitely stronger than the trolls 2 die 6. In humanoid form, it makes 2 great axe attacks, and Great Axe is a die 12, so you probably want to be in hybrid form and attack with your claws. They're just going to do more damage overall. So the fact that it's a humanoid, it's got common, can't speak in bear form, obviously. So you can use this guy in many different ways. They can be a bear, and oh well, the party sees a bear, they might want to hunt it for food, so they shoot it. Well, it pisses the thing off, and now it's coming in. And next thing you know, it transforms in the middle of the party. They had no idea what was going on. Because it's a humanoid, you can make it be any alignment you want. It's got the ability to speak any languages that you want. It typically knows common.
I also think you probably are hoping that those arrows are either silver or magic.
And that's the next point. The fact that it has more hit points than a troll at 5th level, or whenever you're encountering them. So if you don't have silvered or magic weapons, you're just not hurting them because they're immune to the damage from non-magic weapons that aren't silvered.
Oh wow, immunity.
So, immunity. So as a challenge 5, it is probable that if you're not prepared when you encounter this thing, it is just going to wipe you out.
Better hope you have a druid or a monk on hand for sure.
So that makes a big difference as to what's going on. And it's got the ability to be a shapeshifter. So it polymorphs back and forth between a human, a hybrid, and a bear. So it can get in and do whatever it is that you want it to do. So you want to
see. I like monsters like that because you can do fun things like have them fight, have them attack, have them get away, and then like it turns into its human form and blends into like a village or a town, and you don't know who who you're fighting. You might not even know that it has the ability to change into a human form, from, especially if you fought it as a bear.
Right.
Like the first time they encountered it, you could do the bear, like you said, in the hunt, and it doesn't change. It just fights as a bear. Maybe it gets roughed up a bit, then it starts running away. Bears are fast. Good chance it'll be able to get away. If it can get to where people are, it can shapeshift into a human, and, they don't, they have no idea. And then maybe later on, when you face this creature again, he's now, they face him in his hybrid form. So, a monster like that, I really want to use it so that they have to encounter more than one time, so they can encounter it in the different forms. Bear fight. Maybe later they actually role play with him in his humanoid form, and then again when the final confrontation happens, he's actually in his hybrid form, and that's when either leading up to this, or they discover that he's not just. It's not just a crazy bear. It's not just a crazy dude, but it's a crazy bear dude.
And it just makes for that much more of an interesting. I don't want to say encounter because it has that iteration possibility. You've got the ability to use him over and over again because all right, if a 3rd or 4th level party goes up against what they think is just a standard brown bear, black bear, and the thing is just not taking the damage, they're going to be confused and might eventually run because they just can't harm the thing. And all right, well, maybe the wizards run out of spells. The cleric has patched them up as best as possible. Spells have been depleted except for cantrips, and bear's barely damaged. What do you do?
Yeah, so I kind of like this too, like from an adventure standpoint of, you come to a village, it's being terrorized by this wild animal, and, and that's the starting point. So they go and hunt the wild animal, thinking, this is going to be easy. We just go out there, we're just going to kill this bear. Because maybe it's been seen, like they could literally know they're hunting a bear. So they're like, we're just going to hunt this bear. We're going to get a nice rug, maybe some steaks out of it, be done with it, and then they show up and, they're shooting their arrows at it, and, the wounds are healing instantly, or it's not penetrating its hide. It's in the middle of the party. It's wrecking things, like you said now. This is not going the way they anticipated at all. And then maybe they have to leave, regroup, and come up with a better plan and try and figure out, well, why can't they destroy this bear, and it turns out, like, maybe they do some research, and it turns out this bear shows up every 10 years. kills for 3 nights during the full moon, and then leaves. You know, and you could do a whole thing in your campaign and have story based around it and have lore and history and make it into much more than, we're just going to fight a werebear.
Yes. Or, in this case, more than just the typical encounter of, well, while we're walking out pops a troll and I got to fight the thing and make sure I use, fire or acid to stop it from regenerating. It adds so many more layers that you can play with.
Right. 'Cause, I mean, you can either use it as a piece to build your campaign, or maybe they figure out the curse, right? And they want to, and they decide instead of just killing the monster, they want to cure it. So it just gives you more options as the DM and as the players in order to tell a fun story together.
Absolutely. So, what do you guys think? What do you use instead of a troll? Do you like the Bandar Hob? Do you like the Werebear? Either way, let us know in the comments below. While you're down there, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Hey, maybe you need more monster options. Well, I know just the place where you can go to look for them. Either the DM's Guild or Drive-Thru RPG. There's a link down in the description below to take you there, as well as that one-time promo code. So go check it out.
So until next time, stay nerdy.